Hi, I wanted to show you how I take attendance. It works very well for me, and it saves a lot of time in class, I think. I never call names. What I do is I have the students write in the chat. So for example, at about 5:05, if class starts at 5 o'clock, I have the students go to the chat and recite, "Hello, Shaya," or something to that effect. At the end of class, I save the chat. In the chat box, there's three dots, and one of the things you can do there is save chat. It also may happen automatically. I don't know how it's going to work for you. When you save the chat, it's saved, on my computer at least, under Documents in the Zoom folder, and then you get a folder for each class. So here's my chat. When I open the chat, it opens up in what's called the Notepad. It's a text file. I'm going to select all and copy. And I'm going to go to an Excel spreadsheet and paste it. Now you'll notice that column A is the time and the name, and column B is what's written, but it's one row below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take column B, the very first cell in column B, I'm going to delete it, and then everything moves up, and now the time and the person's name is right next to what they wrote. The next thing that I have to do is I have to insert many columns. Just believe me, I'm not going to explain why. So I'm going to take all of these columns, I'm going to insert columns. And I hope it's enough, it may not be, I'll find out in a moment. Now, back to column A. You'll notice that in column A, every cell has a time, then it has the word from, and then the person that it's from. What I'm going to do is take column A, and under Data, I have Text to Columns. And I'm going to click Delimited. I'm going to click Other and the letter M. And now what it's going to do is it broke up column A so that in column A, all I have is the time and the letters FRO from the word from. And in column B, I have what they wrote. Now, ideally, what I'd really like is to have all of column B in alphabetical order by last name, because that's the way I'm going to be taking attendance in Moodle. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, first I'm going to add a few more columns here because so often I'm told I need to insert more columns. I'm going to go back to column B, and you'll notice that always between the first and the second name there's a space, which makes perfect sense. So I'm going to go back to column B, again text to columns, now delimited, instead of the letter M, I'm going to use the word space. I'm sorry, I'm going to just use space. Now it's going to break up the columns on spaces. Okay, now column B is empty because there was a space before the first name. I can now delete column B, or just make it very small. And you can see I have everyone broken up on their first name and their second name. Now I'm simply going to select all. And for some reason, this always gives me a hard time. There we go. And I'm going to sort the columns on column C. Now I have everyone in alphabetical order when they wrote to me, and if I really care to, I can just take all of these columns and make them very small and see what they wrote to me. I guess I added a few too many columns here. There we go. And now I can see exactly what they wrote and when they wrote it, and I can take attendance very easily. I hope this helps you.